Yo, YouTube, what's going on? You already know who it is, your boy Cray, and in today's Apex video, I'm bringing you all the ultimate Apex Legends guide to mastering Gibraltar for beginners. Okay, you guys know I get right into things, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. We're going to start off this Mastering Gibraltar guide, or I'm going to just say Mastering Gibby because, I mean, that's my dude. Some people call him Jibby. I'm calling him Gibby because I like the G over the J sound. All right, cool. We're going to get this thing rolling by talking about his abilities. As you guys know, I'm reading these things verbatim off of apexlegends.fandom.com, okay? First things first, let's talk about his passive ability, Gun Shield. While aiming, Gibraltar will have an energy shield in front of him with 50 health that protects his upper body from incoming fire while allowing him to shoot out. If broken, it has a 9-second cooldown before regenerating. The health of that energy shield can be seen on both the left and right sides while aiming down sights. The cooldown meter can also be seen refilling the 1-8 bar of energy meter. Any excess damage inflicted while destroying, when destroying the shield will be transferred over to Gibraltar himself, okay? I think that cooldown should be extended, giving Gibby a little bit of a nerf, but hey, I'm not a developer, okay? Okay, moving on here. Talking about his tactical ability, Dome of Protection, the thing that makes Gibby one of the GOATs in Apex Legends, all right? He throws a large disc, which upon landing projects a dome shield around it. The dome has a radius of 6 meters and lasts 12 seconds. The shield stops all incoming and outgoing bullets and projectiles while allowing players to move through it. Gibraltar revives allies 25% faster while inside his dome. So it goes from a 6-second revive to a 4.5-second revive, okay? The Dome of Protection is goated. We will talk about that more a little bit later on in this video. And lastly, we're talking about his ultimate ability, the defensive bombardment. Well, in today's day and age, we use it a little bit more on the offensive side, okay? So it reads, you throw a smoke grenade that marks a 24-meter radius around it for a mortar strike. For 6 seconds, explosives continuously rain down on the area, dealing 40 damage per hit and shell-shocking players. The area is marked for all players with red circles indicating where mortar shells will hit. And again, this thing is known to me as the third-party bombardment. I can't tell you how many times I've been scrapping, man. I'm fighting. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we just wiped the team. Hey, what's up? Hey, we clapped them boys, and all you hear is, and you're like, bro, what? You see the red circle, and then you see the little red circle starting to fall from the sky, and you getting hit up, and you're like, bro, come on, man. Why did Gibby have to do us like that? And then your team gets clapped from the third party, man. Oh, I hate fighting it, but I love when it's on my team. Oh, and before we move on, I got to talk about his other passive ability or perk, Fortify, right? He takes 15% less damage from every attack, and Fortified Legends are immune to slow effects from weapon fire, okay? So that's Gibby from an ability standpoint. Again, his kit is disgusting, especially in the hands of a talented player. Now, moving on here, let's talk about some of the best ways to play Gibraltar, aka my boy Gibby Fresh. And yes, y'all gonna see me looking down because your boy Cray got his notes here to keep him on track, okay? So let's talk about Gibraltar from an aggressive standpoint first and foremost. In my opinion, he should be the first one taking shots. Why? Because of his gun shield. You know, he can absorb damage and he can take the aggro because he should, at the very worst instance, have 50 extra health over the opposition, right? Now, where that is different is if he has a white shield and they have a purple shield, then it's different. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Or if he has a blue, they have a purple. You guys can do the mathematics there. But overall, he has a default health advantage, right? So if I'm ADS firing somebody with my gun shield, they're firing back, right? I crack their shield. They almost crack my shield. You know, it's a win scenario from a health standpoint, right? Your teammates get the opportunity to position. They might team shot with you. You guys get a good knock, right? In worst case scenario, Gibby also has the dome shield. So if things get a little funky, he can drop his dome shield, right? Or his dome of protection. He can recoup, pop a battery, do whatever he needs to do, give comms to his teammates. Hey, yo, they pushing me. I need y'all, whatever. Your teammates can position up or they can come fly with you and it can be an even more fair fight overall. Excuse me, I had to clear the throat right there, all right? Also, Gibby's gun shield makes him very, very annoying in close range, okay? It makes him disgusting with a shotgun or an SMG, right? You should use that to your advantage, whether if it's the Mastiff or the Eva, whether if it's the R99, the Vault, the Alternator, regardless, right? It makes him annoying, very, very annoying. But you got to remember, your gun shield only activates when you ADS, so you want to keep hip fire to a minimum. unless it's necessary. Now, there are some what the heck? There are some cases where an enemy is freaking in your face like this, right? Hip fire. Don't try to ADS that. You're not going to be able to track. You're going to get clapped if you ADS that, right? But if that person is right here, maybe try to ADS that, because you're going to have that gun shield health to your advantage. And I think it'll make up for some of the missed shots when it comes to your tracking. Okay, so definitely keep that in mind as we are running Gibraltar. Lastly, when we're running Gibby, right, you can drop his ultimate from afar, as I mentioned before, for the ultimate third party, no pun intended, right? So you can throw his ultimate over a fight, you know what I'm saying? It starts to rain destruction. And then from there, you and your homeboys can sit back, take pop shots, get knocks left and right. And it is very, very annoying to fight. Very annoying to fight, but very efficient and very effective, right? On the flip side, if you guys need to get out of if you guys need to get out of danger, you know what I'm saying? If you guys need to get out of there, then drop his ultimate and you guys can peel back, you guys can reposition, you guys can disengage, do whatever you need to do to keep the game rolling so you can try to secure that victory. You know what I'm saying? Now, from a supportive standpoint, when you're playing Gibraltar, you got to be ready to dome out for rotations, and you got to be ready to get teammates out of sticky situations, okay? There might be a situation where your teammate pushes in, or like, for example, like, okay, a Wraith tries to kidnap somebody with her portal, but can't take her portal back to you guys, so she has to run back to you all. You can drop your dome so she can pass through it, right? And she doesn't get knocked out in the middle of the open, because if a Wraith gets knocked out in the open, she's going to get thirsted from the third party or from that team. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, yo, you know, I couldn't kidnap them, or whatever the comms may be. And that Wraith starts to run back, drop that dome so she can pass through, get back to you guys safe and sound, heal up, and you guys can live to fight another day. You know what I'm saying? Also, his ultimate can save your teammates, especially if somebody's getting aped, right? I've had numerous instances where my teammates were getting aped. They're like, yo, they're flying me. So I throw my ultimate over there to either cause the opposition to drop back or to make the fight a little bit more even. I start getting cracks on people, and when I start getting cracks on people, they panic. They're like, oh, shoot. They start to get slowed a little bit, and now my homie that was getting aped, all he has to do is peek out. He can hit him with the R9, with the Vault, with the 301, the Flatline, Alternator, whatever, and he might be able to get a knock or two. Once he gets that knock or two, we can push in, right, and win that handicap fight. His ultimate ability is arguably, if not the best ultimate ability in the game, like pound for pound. It's ridiculous. It is very, very strong, especially in the hands of an experienced Gibby Fresh player. Now let's talk about some of the best loadouts for my boy Gibby Fresh, man. Young player Gibby. I don't know what to call him. We just gonna call him, I don't know what we're gonna call him. We just gonna call him Gibby. All right. Let's talk about some of the best loadouts for him, man. From an aggressive standpoint, when I'm running Gibraltar, I gotta rock AR Shotty, okay? Not really a big SMG guy because I do hip fire a lot. I do hip fire a freaking lot when it comes to SMGs. The Vault, the Alternator, the R9. I'm a hip fire freaking phenom. Well, phenom's the wrong term, but I just love hip firing, okay? So whenever I have an AR in my hands, typically I ADS a lot more just out of habit. Whenever I have an R301, a flatline, whatever, I just tend to ADS more, right? Maybe not so much with the flatline because the hip fire is disgusting, but I think you guys are understanding what I'm saying, okay? And then I pair that with a shotty. Typically, I pair it with the Eva because when I have a purple bolt on the Eva, I feel like I can lay down more DPS versus a Mastiff, especially with the slight Mastiff nerf. It isn't as consistent as once before, and it was very inconsistent before, you know, so it's even worse. So I typically rock the Eva, you know, so I can dome in, get busy with that mug, get some knocks, and keep rolling, okay? Now, if I am approaching Gibby from a passive or supportive standpoint, I'm probably rocking an AR and a sniper, right? Something like the R301 or the flatline, and I'm pairing that again with like a triple take or a longbow, okay? I slept on a longbow for way too long. As I mentioned before in one of my videos, slept on it for way too long. It's dirty. It's dirty. You put a scope on that mug, skull piercer, yeah, forget about it, right? The R301, nasty from the hip fire, flatline, nasty from the hip fire, and they're nasty from mid-range, and in some cases, even long range, right? So that's typically how I would rock Gibby from a supportive standpoint because, again, you're going to be playing back a bit, so why not have the guns to support that? And lastly, y'all, some things to keep in mind when we are playing my boy Gibby, all right? Remember, you are a giant bullet sponge, right? Whenever you fight a Gibraltar, you know for a fact it's going to take more rounds to put him down than any other legend in the game, right? So expect a team shot. expect no fair fights when you're playing Gibraltar. All right. So with that being said, you got to play a bit smart with him. You can't just try to barrel stuff somebody. You will get absolutely doo-dooed on. Don't get doo-dooed on. Play smart, play efficient so that you can support your teammates wherever you need to, and you can lay down the aggression wherever you need to, okay? Also, remember that your ultimate is a blessing and a curse, right? Especially when you drop it down on yourself. You can use it to destroy the opposition, but also if you ain't paying attention, that thing will rock your world too. I have killed myself on numerous occasions because I dropped my ult on myself. I'm like, yo, I'm getting tags, and I forget my ult can hurt me, and I do like 120 to myself, or I knock myself because I was weak and I need to get revived, or we lose the fight, squad eliminated. You know what I'm saying? So remember that it's a blessing and a curse, so make sure we are using it as effective as possible. Use your mind before you drop that defensive bombardment, all right? And the last thing to keep in mind is never, never, never be afraid to dome shield out and reposition if need be, okay? Sometimes we take fights that are way, way, way out of our league, and that's totally fine. You just have to know when to accept that and to tell your homies, hey, drop back, I'm doming out. You know what I'm saying? Drop that dome, get out of there. Maybe you guys have a Bangalore can smoke out as well. Maybe Wraith can portal out, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Use that dome to rotate and get out of there so you can live to fight another day. I'd rather do that than stay there, try to win the fight, get third partied or fourth partied, or if we're fighting in the storm, get held in the storm by somebody that is gatekeeping. You know what I'm saying? Like, so don't be afraid to get out of there. It's free. It's so free. Don't be holding that dome for a special occasion. Drop that mug whenever you need to, and know in 30 to 40 seconds you're gonna have that baby back. And folks, that is all that I have for you on today as we are talking mastering my boy Gibby. I hope this video was helpful. If not, I'm so sorry I wasted your time. If you are new to the channel, do me the biggest favor, like the video. We love likes around here. Hit that sub button for more Apex content to come in the future. If you guys have any other Gibby tips, drop them down in the comments below. You guys know we're a community around here, and we are here to help one another. It's been your boy Cray. I'm signing off, and I will catch you all in the next one. Until then, we are out. Peace.